single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name is James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video for you on this 2017 Nissan Navara 2.3 DCI 190 Tekna. It's a manual gearbox, it's done 38,000 miles and it's got full service history. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be very popular, mainly because it means you get to view the vehicle from the comfort of a home, but as if you were here in person. So as I go around the truck with you today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, any scratches or any dents. We'll look at the wheels and the tyres. When we've done that, we'll have a look in the back, look at the roller shutter, and then we'll have a look inside the vehicle, looking at the seats, having a look at the functionality, and I'll even tell you what it smells like inside. All the important bits for you. Once we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet, have a look at the engine. Obviously we'll have a good close inspection, making sure we look at everything under there. And then when we've done that, finally we'll have a look underneath at the underside of the engine, the chassis and the spare wheel. Now, once you've watched the video, if you think you want to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it where you need it to get to. If you're looking to finance it, because it's a VAT applicable vehicle plus VAT, we would need a deposit to cover the VAT. An application takes about 5 minutes and we can usually get you a decision within about an hour. Once you've watched the video, if you think I've missed something or if you think you'd like to see something in a bit more detail, please just ask, it's not a problem. I've been doing these videos for about 3 or 4 years now and no one's really ever asked me to do any extra, so I'd like to think I cover most things. Right, let's start with the bonnet and we'll work our way around from there. So this has literally just arrived. I'm actually doing the video prior to the photographs, so hopefully we'll get them all on at the same time. And as you can see, it's in lovely condition. It's clearly been cared for. There are a few little marks on it, but it's really nothing in comparison to what, you know, age and mileage, whatever. So I think there's a couple of very small stone chips on the bonnet, like one there, if you can see that. There we go, it's tiny. There's a couple there. Other than that, I can't really see anything else. So, driver's side headlight and working our way around the front bumper. There's a couple of little marks there. It's nothing serious. Nice clean condition. And as I say, passenger headlight's in good condition as well. So, onto the passenger side front wing. And again, it's in really nice clean condition. There's no obvious marks or damage. There's a couple of stone chips on the bell. Again, they're tiny. So, first of the wheels, passenger side front wheel and tyre. It's a Continental tyre. The wheel's in good condition. There is a little bit of curbing. It's not serious. Or is it curbing? I don't know. Is it rubbing off? It's not curbing, it's muck or oil or something. I think they've put some black on the tyre to make it look blacker. Right, so the tyre is in good condition. I would guess 4 or 5 mil. Windscreen is in nice clean condition. There's no stone chips or cracks. Passenger side mirror back's nice and clean, no damage. And that's the same for the mirror. Obviously these have got 360-degree cameras, so they've got a camera under each mirror. One under the front bumper, on the front badge. Where is it? Can't remember where it is. It's there, look. And then one of the boots, so it gives you that 360-degree view. Does work well. I'll show you obviously that when we get inside. Right, so let's look up the pillars. Nice and clean, no obvious marks or damage. Onto the roof. Obviously we'll do the passenger side first and then we'll work our way around to this driver's side. But yeah, nice and clean, there's no damage, everything looks spot on. Right, so let's go down the passenger side. I can tell you all the gaps look good. There's no obvious signs of it being painted. Really nice and clean. Hopefully you can see from that, there's no obvious dents or marks. Panels in really nice clean condition. And that's the same for the side steps as well. Onto the rear quarter. And again, it's in nice clean condition. There is a little mark there. I don't think that really will show up, to be fair, but it's that small. Couple of very fine scratches there. You see that? They're not serious, and I can't feel them on my fingers either. Right, so passenger side rear wheel and tyre. Again, it's a Continental tyre. Again, the wheel's in great condition. And I'd say it's about the same sort of tread depth, about 4mm, 5mm maybe. So around the rear window, nice and clean, no damage. So these have got AdBlue. You'll notice it looks like they've got 2 fuel caps. You probably know this, but it's worth saying it. So it's a ULEZ vehicle, or ultra low emission zone compliant, Euro 6. So it has AdBlue fuel as well, so it basically adds that to the fuel. I think it's basically the exhaust stage, and it reduces the emissions down. Right, so passenger side tail light is in nice clean condition. There's no damage, there's no misting, no cracks, everything looks nice and clean. Rear bumper is in great condition. You'll notice it has got parking sensors, and obviously that all important reversing camera as well. Tailgate is in nice clean condition. There's no obvious dents or damage, unless that's a little tiny scratch there. No, it's not. There is a couple of little scratches there. Can you see those? Hardly see them myself. So on the top spoiler, there's a couple of little marks. Nothing serious, it's just obviously commensurate with use. So it's got a roll and lock, nice system, worked really well. It says. How do you use these? I can't remember how you use it. Is that it? Can't remember. Love to show you working. Can't figure it out. Oh, there we go. There you go. Oh, it is in nice smooth operation as well. It's just me being silly, so it's user error rather than actual error. In the back, everything's really nice and clean. It's obviously not had a hard life. Nothing's been thrown in there and damaged it. You can see the plastic looks in great condition as well. Pull that back. So the actual roll and lockings, it's the it's the metal version, as you can see, and then it's got the plastic covering, which looks really good. So that's in nice clean condition. Right, so I have just noticed that rear bumper's got a little bit of a dent in it. It's nothing serious, but it is there. So onto the driver's side. Tail light, again, in really nice clean condition. There's no misting or damage. There is a little tiny mark on that actually, but that come off? Oh, it's coming off. Look. So the roll and lock's in nice clean condition. Obviously you'll know if you've ever looked at these, they're not cheap. Obviously that's great because it comes with it. Right, so let's go down the driver's side rear quarter. And again, it's in really nice clean condition. There's no obvious damage. There is a couple of little weird marks on there, look. Don't know if they've put something in it or something, but they're not serious, but they are there. They are tiny though. So, driver's side rear wheel and tyre. Again, it's a Continental tyre. Again, the wheel's in great condition. And again, tyres matching, probably about 5 or 6mm. Around the rear window, again you can see there's no damage, all the paint's intact, there's no nasty marks. And again on the roof, it's again really nice and clean. So down the pillars, and it's again really nice clean condition, there's no damage. So again, let's have a look for any marks or dents. I don't think there is any, but it's worth looking. All the gaps look spot on. Again, it doesn't look like it's had any paint. And there's obviously no marks or dents. I'll tell you what, there is a tiny one there. You see that? It is a pinhead, but I'd rather show it you. We're all different. We all like to see everything, don't we? So, down the driver's side, hopefully you can appreciate that's in really very clean condition. Side steps the same, very clean. Driver's side mirror back is again nice and clean condition, there's no damage. And then finally onto the driver's side front wing. And again, it's really nice and clean. I mean, to be fair, other than that tiny little dent back there, there's nothing which is something that's going to bother you, do you know what I mean? Right, so driver's side front wheel and tyre, great news. It's a full set of Continentals all round. All the wheels are spot on as well, as are the tyres. Right, so let's have a look inside. So if you've obviously looked at these, maybe this is the first one, so it's always worth mentioning it. It says keyless entry, keyless go, so as long as you've got your keys in your pocket, in your bag, in your wallet, whatever, you can press that button there. It'll tell me off actually if you listen. That's because the key's in it. But basically what that would do is lock it and then unlock it, and it would also start the vehicle as well. Right, so driver's side door card, it's in really nice clean condition. It's obviously been looked after. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. On the driver's armrest you've got your electric windows ×4, window lock, and then your door locks there, electric folding mirrors, and then also your mirror controls there as well. Driver's seat is fully electric. And as you can see, all the functions work perfectly. The other thing to watch is with this on the Teknas, if you watch this part here, that actually pumps that up and it gives you a better back support. So if you suffer with your back, it means you can get the perfect driving position. There are rubber overmats all round, and they're in the back as well. Nice extra, not cheap. Let me jump in. So it is a 6-speed manual gearbox with reverse. The dashboard is in really nice clean condition. It looks spot on. There's no damage. Everything looks really nice and clean, and it smells nice in as well. So it doesn't smell like it's ever been smoked in, which is obviously great news. If you smoke, it doesn't matter, I suppose, but no, it doesn't. It smells nice. Steering wheel's in nice clean condition. There's no damage. There's no stitching out of place. There's no areas that are discoloured. Everything looks spot on. Right, let's start it up. So there are 2 full-size keys, and then there's also 2 other keys as well. I presume they're for the roll and lock. To start the vehicle, it's a matter of putting your foot on the clutch, putting your foot on the brake, press the start button, and it fires into action straight away, no problems at all. If you look at the dashboard, you'll see that there's no warning lights other than handbrake, and also the fact I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Right, so steering wheel controls, nice place to start. On the right hand side, let me switch the volume down. On the right hand side here is your cruise control, obvious stuff. Voice command, also you can answer your phone and hang up from there as well. And then the left hand side is basically your media center and also your command center on your dashboard, so you can switch that round. There you go. You know, average 35 miles per gallon. I think miles per gallon, with it being a manual, you'll probably get 45 if you're really careful. Depends what you're going to do with it. Obviously, these will tow 3.5 tons. If you're towing that sort of amount, you're not going to get those sort of figures. But you know, I've seen massive figures for some people and then lower figures from other people. It just depends how you drive it at the end of the day. So yeah, that is basically your media center, volume, etc. But everything's sortable on there. As you can see, you've got driving aids. Get back to it. No warning. So you've got forward driving aids. So look at the reversing camera. As you can see, to the left hand side is your 360-degree view, and then to the right hand side is basically a reversing image so that you can see your tow bar. What I quite like on these is, let's say you're driving up to a wall and you don't want to rely on parking sensors or vision. What you can do is click on camera, put it in drive, in first rather, and you can get your forward facing view. So I quite like that, that's nice. The other thing is as well, if you're in reverse and you do the same thing and click on camera, it gives you the left on view. Now, to me, that's more important than that 360-degree view. You're not going to damage your wheels, you're not going to knock a kid over, because obviously you can't quite see down that side very easily. Media centre, you've got a decent navigation screen, works not dissimilar to your phone. On your info system, you've got apps, Facebook, Google, etc. You can add those. What you have to do is basically plug your phone down here. It's not Apple CarPlay, it's just something that's basically Nissan's own system. It works well. If you click on radio, you can see you've got AM, FM, DAB, and obviously you've got a pre-populated list for where you are. And obviously you can find the one that you want and it will work on that system. It has got air conditioning. Let's give that a whirl while we're here. And it's also got heated seats, which are down here, so let's put those on as well. I can tell you that those work as well. Let's bring that down to low, bring it up, click on mode, air conditioning on. Well, I can tell you that works straight away. It's cold instantly, so that's nice to know that your air conditioning works. In sunny England, you're definitely going to need that. Not so that works. I'll switch that off quick. It's freezing. Down below, you've got switchable four-wheel drive, hill descent, and you can lock and unlock the vehicle from here, and it works perfectly. Obviously, your USB and your auxiliary is there. Passenger seat, bolsters feel very firm. Material's really nice and clean. It doesn't, to me, look like it's been sat in very much at all. Feels like new. Obviously, directors' vehicles, they use these as a company car, and probably they're the only person that sat in the seats. In the back, again, they look like new. No signs of any wear or damage. Everything looks nice and clean. Central armrest with 12-volt socket, and then obviously cup holders in the middle as well. Everything's really nice and clean. As I say, it smells nice as well. Roof lining is clean and it's free from damage, so that's nice to see. Everything works as it should. Yeah, everything's bob on. Right, so let's switch that off. Down by your right knee, you've got your fuel cap, stop start, stability control, and your parking sensors, and then that's just the obvious stuff. So look in the back. Let's pop the bonnet while we're here, which is just there. So in the back, again, door card's really nice and clean. There is a little bit of lift there. Seats in the back are really very clean. These lift up, and then under here is your toolkits and etc. As you can see, everything looks spot on, very nice and clean. It doesn't really look like it's been used very much at all. There are a couple of little marks actually on the back seats, but nothing serious. Little dimples, look. No signs of actually use. Cool. Let's have a look under the bonnet. Tell you what, let's look around the passenger side first. So passenger door card, nice and clean, no damage, everything looks spot on. As you can see, the seats in clean condition as well, everything looks nice. There's a bit of a white spot. I don't know what that'd be from, but as I say, it feels to me like it's never been sat in. Everything looks nice and clean. Let's have a look under that bonnet. Hopefully he's still with me. Not much longer now. So under the engine, under engine bay, under the bonnet, gotta get my words out. Everything looks really nice and clean. As you can see, actually, it's exceptionally clean. There's no signs of any oily residue. There's no signs of any historic oil leaks. You can see we don't wash these. You can see that not, but basically they're dirty. But yeah, no signs of any oily residue around the turbo. There's no signs of any historic oil leaks. All the fluids are clean and to the correct levels. Nissan battery So yeah, spot on. Let's have a look underneath. So again, you can see it's nice and dry underneath. Everything looks spot on. All the chassis in great condition. So we've got a rear diff. And the rear diff's in good condition as well, from what I can see. Just got a bit of a better view from here. Yeah, so it's nice and dry. There's no weeping around it. Everything looks spot on. It's got a spare, which I think is steel, and it's got a Continental tyre, which looks brand new. Okie dokie. So hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here in person. Probably a little bit more. I realise I go on a little bit. Well, we're on 20 minutes. So yeah, 20 minutes in. I think I probably should have shown you most things. So thanks for sticking with me and watching. I really appreciate it. But for the moment, take care. Stay safe. Look after yourself. Bye bye.